Ersky. Let's see something. Let me see if this shit do what it need to do. Hmm. Sometimes that bitch be playing. And it is. I need to get this shit together anyway. Huh. Oh yeah, this shit already on there. We want to change some shit. Huh. I want to change this shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Bitch, that's what I want. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Previous day closed. No, sir. Ski. Oh, yeah, we need that. Do we want the line, fool? Why is this even right there? I don't even understand why that's right there. We keeping it 100. Like, what this shit even for? Huh? I don't know, Jack. You tell me. Nah, nigga, no. I don't like them jumps that color. My what? Oh yeah. Huh. We gonna go here. Stop playing with me. Hey, you talking about? Oh no, we want this one right here. Yes, sir. And yeah, I think we cool right there. Oh fuck, it was something else I had to do. I be forgetting too, cuz. Date format. Yeah, bit. Oh, we gotta take all this shit up out of there. Nope. And no. We keep that shit out there. We don't need the logo, man. Little canvas action. I like the little crosshair. Little crosshair pimping. Hmm. I think that's it. Alert lines. Yeah, we about to change the alert lines, nigga. Damn, I'm bullshitting. I knew, bruh. I knew. Listen, yeah, man. I wish I would have known this part. Let me see alert lines. Ooh, hold on, Jack. I want it. I want. Yeah, we want this right here. Bing. Yeah. Ha ha. Now we gonna go here. Bing. Yep. We need to keep everything kind of on point. Automatically hides toast. What the fuck that mean? Fuck is a toast, nigga? Cause I don't know what that mean. Of course, session breaks. Huh. Yeah, that shit. We can do the session break. We gonna go. Nah. Yeah, we might roll that way. That's only if we decide to use it though. Latest news. Yeah, we gonna keep that on there. We like that too. Hmm. Hmm. Only show. Nah, nigga. One click. Appearance. Yeah, we want all that on there. I like that. I don't know what the watermark. Alright, man. We better get it cracking here soon. Let do it. Alright, nigga. This what the fuck we finna be trading, Jack. We finna be trading gold. Go here, man. I swear. I got my little shit all kind of. Yeah. Oh, I need to put what you call it on there. Oh, yeah, on there. Excuse me, y'all. The indication, correction, failed to make a lower high. We had a motherfucking. I mean, failed to make a high high. We made a lower high. We made a higher low. This means it might be a structure shift. So we looking like it might be a structure shift. So, yeah, boy, I need to notate that. Yeah, yeah, right there lets me know on a daily that it's gonna be bullish because it failed to break this right here. Number one, when it indicated, it failed to make a new high. It made a lower high. It never broke this area price, so it didn't break the structure. So with it not breaking the structure, we like, okay, now it might be bullish. I mean, bearish, and start a downtrend. But then it never broke this low, and it made a higher low. Higher lows normally follow higher highs, higher high, higher low. You feel me? So with that being said, being that it made a higher low, price probably gonna go bullish. What it do? It made an indication right here. It broke this level. Now it wasn't a big one, but it made an indication on a daily, so we know that it's probably gonna keep pushing. And now I was already looking at the news, and they were saying that gold's supposed to be pushing higher, touching 4,600 somewhere in 2026, 5,000, 2026. So, especially with everything going on with inflation, people using gold to hedge. So, we looking at this for price action. So, it's looking like it's going to go bullish. Now, right here, though, I think it might consolidate a little bit because you don't really see. Yeah, it made like a high, You know what I'm saying? But also now you see like it's just kind of trading a little sideways. It's not really going in one way or another. It's trying to decide. So I need to go down here to the 4 hour and see what I'm about to what I'm looking at. So this is really it right here. This was that little indication earlier. You know what I'm saying? That correction. And then that's that lower high we seen. And then that higher low. And then boom. The indication. This is why I say it was trading sideways because of this shit right here. It's really not shaking too much. But also it was Friday. Right here, these last little four. It really wasn't shaking shit Friday. For damn, what the fuck they doing? It really wasn't doing nothing Friday. So yeah, so what we gotta figure. Damn, what's going on? Who outside my door? They clowning out there. Huh. I need to charge my shit. So yeah. So right here, I see this right here off the muscle on the 4 hour. That's what I just. That's what I need to change. I need to change this joint. But I need this line. We can really goddamn. We can just do that. I really be liking the lines. Sometimes people don't be having the lines on their shit. So, boom. I'm just doing this for right now just to show niggas. Well, I ain't really showing y'all nothing. I mean, I am, I guess, but so we know right now on that 4 hour, them not really breaking shit for real. It got like a little, it's just kind of chopping a little bit. So that's what I'm looking at right there. Like, all right, boom. It definitely made that little indication, but it's trying to just like figure out what it's gonna do. And right now, it made a lower high. You feel me? So that really ain't shaking shit. It's really just like, all right, indication, boom, bam, slight little consolidation. I guess you could call it. It's not really a correction for real, cause we in a 4 hour. I mean, I guess you could call it a correction, but it ain't. So, indication, little baby, yeah, that's a little. You feel me? Boom. So we got buyers pushing price up, sellers pushing price down. I need to do a little bit more digging deep to figure out what the hell going on. Yeah. So now we really kind of get a better little look. So again, we had that initial, yeah, that little yeah, ha, indication, correction, continuation to fail to make that higher high. So we like, damn, price might, go bearish. Boom, makes a higher low. Damn, we trying to figure out what's going on. This bitch ain't breaking no structure. It's just, you feel me? It's really just consolidating, playing choppy. But then it, ah, well, really, let's go here. Goes down here, creates a little lower high, higher low. I guess you could say this is a lower high. I mean a higher high because it breaks this level. So what does it do? Breaks this little price level, shoots up, kind of consolidate, corrects a little bit, gets back to this price level and shoots out. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So it goes from here to here. It goes from fucking 262 to 290. I wonder who wrote it up where people was riding this shit up at though. Cause some people got like positions in like way down here and just like once the trend broke, they been kind of stealing here. They just taking profits and just holding on here for the ride because guess what? On the daily, that shit cracking. They just been on this bitch for real. So they been on it. They been up for the ride. So for me, I need to identify what's going on. So we know we made that. It indicated from here. So this is what I'm looking at right here. this up. Boom. So it broke this low though. Yeah, widen that shit out a little bit. It broke this low. You see? But it could just be a little liquidity grab, you feel me? And then this is our little indication for real. That's our little indication right there. We can probably change that color, Jack. We just want something to kind of. I think that bitch a little too crazy. I don't know. Let's go here. We got that little indication right here. So look, price made a lower high, made a higher low. You feel me? And then from this level, it indicated right here. So it made an indication right there. It pulled back to the indication. It corrected a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then you could have really got back in again, really, because it indicated, it corrected. And if you would have got back in on that little 15-minute or 5-minute time frame, you could have caught this little yet the D. You could have caught this little yet the D because it got back. It came back to where the indication started. Ugh. Then because this is a price of resist, I mean a spot of resistance. Sellers is here because of this line right here. This previous little area, that shit sold back down. But then it broke this low. So, well, yeah, broke this little area of support right here. You feel me? So it broke this little area of support. Bad ow. Then it broke this little area low key. But this could be like a little liquidity grab. It might retest off of that hoe for real. So that's where we at. You know how I learned all this? I learned this from Trades by Side. And the crazy thing about it is when I was watching bruh stuff initially, when I first started watching bruh stuff, I'm gonna keep it a bean. That nigga out he had a video where he was talking about how he made like 11 million or something like that. And I watched it, he had his little locks on his head. And I watched it, cuz, and this is why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. It ain't even that I was judging him. It was more or less like you see gurus all the time talking about how people like make all this money, but they don't want to give you the game. So shit, whole time I'm like, man, I do not believe cuz, and I really don't care. Hold on. It ain't even that I was judging him. It was more or less like you see gurus all the time talking about how. Yeah, I just didn't believe cuz I'm just not I'm gonna keep it real with you. I did not believe, bruh. Like I did not believe him that he made 11 M's. So being that cuz made all that money, I'm like, man, he ain't gonna tell a nigga how to get it. So I kind of just left it alone. Probably about like sometime between I don't know the exact amount of time, but it was some months later. I'm on TikTok and I see this shorty on there, and she was like, "Man, I just made this much." It probably was like about 4K, 4 or 5 bands, and I was like, "Huh?" And so I just listened to what she had to say. And when she was talking, she was just basically saying like, I watched this video Traced by Psy, and this is all you gotta do. So I watched her video all the way through, and then she took some notes. She was like, "You need to watch his video." She was like, "He ain't got nothing to sell." Blah blah blah. So I was like, "What?" When I went and see who he was, I was like, "Damn, that's the young nigga that made this much money." Wooty wham. Should have gave the interview a chance and gave him a chance, cause I would have been on this a while ago. But everything happened for a reason. God put certain people in your life, situation in your life, and just certain things happen in your life, just so you could kind of like it could spark your, you know, spark when need to spark when need to spark. And I think I probably only took it serious this time because this was the time in my life where I was available to receive what she was saying. Because at any given time, like I told you, when I first seen it, when I first seen dude talking about it, I was like, yeah, right. I'm just keeping it honest. Like when I first heard, I was like, yeah, I mean, I heard him, but what is he really talking about? What is he really hollering? Because I mean, nobody really trying to give you the game, but he the first. I'm gonna keep it a bean, at least from what I seen. He the first person besides Shorty that learned from him that's giving out free game and that charging for stuff we all should just, you know what I mean? Like you should want to do anyways. Like what you eat don't make me shit. You should be wanting to help people for free instead of trying to make some money off everybody. Yeah, we in a capitalistic society, true enough, but we everybody got enough things pulling from them. And then like think about it like this: you might not be getting money from teaching people the game per se, but you got a platform where you can make money off of, like YouTube or like TikTok or like Instagram or Facebook or even Twitter, bro. But it's like it's not always about the money. And I think the reason why LeBron got so much slack, everybody was like hating on cause they was just hating that it wasn't them. When they if they would have had the right energy and just did this off the muscle, like and did it for the right reason, cause they already getting money. I mean, everybody game is their own game, whatever the game they trying to do. But it's just like for me, it's like how you gonna hate on cuz when you had the same opportunity? It just wasn't on your spirit to do it. So now you hating on him, calling him a fraud just because of what? Even if he was a, you feel like he wasn't making the money he claimed he's saying he making or whatever. It's like, bro, what's it to you, my nigga? This shit still works that he's teaching. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've done it too. Like I listen, I done made some cho, and I'm keeping it to me. I made some cho, but like what they say is real with the psychology aspect of it. I've been learning nuances when it comes to this. So I've been learning a lot of nuances, and I'm telling you to say, I'm telling you this to say, like, oh my bad. I'm telling you to say, like, you definitely got to work on, like, definitely got to separate your mind from the money. Like, bro, you gonna lose money, you gonna win. But if you actually pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing, you gonna win more than you gonna lose. And if you could just have some discipline, have some restraint, bro, you gonna win more than you lose. But it's just like the other aspect of it, the greed aspect, and just like the greed, and then just not having before, and the hope, and just like the bloodthirst of seeing that you can get it, and it's so easy. It's like printing money that you gonna take some dumbass risk and you gonna lose some. Trust me, I've been there. But I will say this: somebody can tell you everything what not to do, but you're gonna have to go through some of it to learn. You're gonna have to put your hand on that stove, bro. Like it's the only way for you to really get it cracking like this, though. If I'm keeping it real, bro, it's the only way for you to get it going like that. You're gonna have to watch the videos. You know what I'm saying? Watch his videos because they really gonna give you the game. And I've noticed, although I be like looking at seeing how genuine some people are, like people been doing videos like how bro been doing them for real. But I question some of the authenticity with it sometimes, but it doesn't matter, right? That's not my place to do that. Even though I do question it, cause I'm like, hey, you wasn't doing this before, bruh went viral. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like cloud is a hell of a drug. It's crazy. because nobody was giving folks free game for real, simplified free game without a catch for real until LeBron was doing it. And everybody like trying to rave about, you feel me? Like nobody was doing it. But doesn't matter. The fact that he did do it, he got people actually trying to teach people now. So, hey man, you got to kind of be look at it like a silver lining. Like, hey man, yeah, it might be bogus. Yeah, they might not be doing it for maybe the right reasons, or maybe they might be doing it for the right reason. It just took somebody to ignite that in them. Who knows? Not my place. As long as they doing it, they giving back and helping people make some money because that's all that really matters, man. That's how I feel. That's all that really matters, man. Like if you could change somebody, bro, by doing little stuff like that, that's the whole goal, anyways. It don't matter if they copying you or not. Don't matter if they unauthentic or not. It's the fact that what I'm saying. Your action inspires somebody to do. Cause it's somebody's actions inspired me to do. Hell, why I'm on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Somebody did something to inspire me to do something. And it's not like this idea or whatever is like original. Whatever I started doing was original. Somebody inspired me to do it. So yeah, nonetheless. But yeah, right here, this is what I'm looking at. So I'm hoping this right here. I'm hoping that this, even though it did break this is where I'm kind of like still trying to figure out. Right, even though it broke this, it did indicate it could just be a liquidity grab and it bounce off and go up. But you gotta remember that 4 hour and that one day. I mean the 4 hour and that the daily is stronger than the 1 hour. Higher time frame analysis is always stronger than the lower time frame, right? So right here on the 4 hour, we indicated it's correcting, right? And it can continue once it gets right here. We're gonna be on a continuation. You can take that, take profit right back to here. This could be a thing, right? Or or this is what's kind of throwing me. You got the little indication right here, but then you see a slight consolidation slash pullback. But when price starts to stall in this area, as we see right here, price starts to stall right here. When you see that, it might be about to correct. But see, I see how like, and this is why I don't think it is. It's gonna go take it. It's going gold is gonna go up because of this right here. This indication, and then damn, this higher low. You see what I'm saying? So like, look, that motherfucker indicated it corrected right here. This was this indications correction, and then it was going to. I guess we could say this was the breaker structure right here. So indication correction breaks this structure for its continuation, but only goes this high, creates a lower high. So now we like, oh shit, price about to be bearish, but then it corrects. It doesn't make a lower low. It makes this higher low. Higher low to me, which is what I was taught in the side videos, is about to be a market structure shift. If you know what I'm saying, right now in this case, because again, right, we made a higher high, price made a higher high from here. It shot up, indicated, you know what I'm saying? It went so high that it had to correct and get some of that money back, that liquidity. It had to get some of that money back. So it had to get all the money back that it took from everybody. You know what I'm saying? All that money it made, it had to power up, took all that shit back, right? And it came right here, broke this level, boom, and made a lower high. Lower high is always what Sai always says is a lower high. When you go from higher highs and lower highs and it start to not respect structure, should indicate that there is a market structure shift. But it then corrected 9 times 10 when you make a lower high, it's supposed to make a lower low. Because you remember you're supposed to trade in trend. You're supposed to trade in trend, right? You're supposed to build that trend. If it's not in trend, we're not trading. You feel me? So it wasn't we're not gonna trade this because it made a higher low. Shit ain't really trending. It's like trying to basically figure out what it wanna do. There's so much stuff going on. So we kicking it. At this point, price really just fighting at this point, trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what it wanna do. So right here, we'll put that right there for now. Just trying to show you what bro was on. We know that that motherfucker is in between these bitches trying to figure out what's going on. The price in between these two motherfuckers. Like, damn, what the fuck? It ain't really made a decision what it wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what bruh taught me. And I'm grateful he taught me because I'm like, damn, I can see it so clear. I don't need all them crazy ass indicators or nothing. Man, Trades by Side, man, his videos, A1. Chef's kiss. Man, that little boy be trying to help niggas, man. I appreciate it. So that's what the nuances, because I started watching his videos in October. I traded October. I did okay. And November is like a learning month, and then I ain't really traded this month. Like I'm just trying to let the holidays pass, put some more money in my account, save the money I got in my trading account, and then when I see a good setup, I'm gonna take it. But back to what I was saying, this higher low indicates to me that yeah, it still want to be bullish because it didn't make that lower low. It didn't break this level to make that lower low after it made that lower high. So then it indicates right here where I got this arrow, boom, and then it stalls again. Price kind of just like yeah. So what really alarmed me about this, y'all, because when I seen it, I was just staring at it like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Kind of threw me because as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what this mud trying to do. It's trying to figure out what it want to do, right? Because these candles, like low key, you got the candles trying to like figure out what it want to do. Everything just like ah. So I said, yeah, let's see what this shit hollering over here. So this is that little shit we seeing right now. That little consolidation. This is what we was seeing that I'm so that I was so. This is what we see on the daily right here. This little thing. What I was like, it's kind of confusing me a little bit. Well, actually, when I got here, I seen, okay, boom. All right. It indicated, it corrected, and made a lower high. I guess you could say that. Okay. It made a higher low. So we like, all right, it don't know what the hell it wants. So it's consolidating. It's trading sideways. We don't trade trading sideways, bro. So we like, all right, bada bing. It ain't really doing shit. Boom. On the 4 hour, we like, all right. So now we think it's consolidating because it's trading sideways. So I'm like, I think that shit might. Let's go back to the daily. On the daily, I'm thinking, all right, this hoe gone eat. But then I'm like, no. Sometimes when I learned trading, sometimes when that shit kind of like trade a little sideways a little bit, it kind of don't do nothing. But it's in the uptrend. It's giving you all the like behaviors of being uptrend. That shit just shake out. It won't even. It won't. It's not correcting. It just. man, fuck it. That motherfucker just take the fuck off. It won't correct, cause remember it indicated it don't correct. It just did a slight little. That motherfucker said, yeah. The ones I did see before. See if I can find one. Nah, let's see. We can look at a lower time frame. So that was what's really wearing me right now. I'm like, just trying to see. So I'm gonna let that thing do what it do. But this is what got me really thinking. This and then this right here, this indication. Those two things got me like, all right, it's probably not gonna correct. It's still got another run to do. It really need to get to this point right here of because once it's over this where it indicated at, it's bullish. Everything above that level is bullish, so it's trying to get to there at least, because that's where the next level of sellers is. So if it breaks, let me see. I'm just gonna show you on the daily how I'm looking at it. If it breaks this level where it indicated, hold on, where we at? It breaks this level where it indicated where I got this orange price. It wants to go back to where it came from. So when this little red candle get right here, it's gonna either go here where this previous indication was, but it has to make a higher high because remember, if we in the uptrend, you got to make higher highs and higher lows. It can't go equal highs. If you go equal highs, that means the sellers there is trying to push price down. So it really want to go to where this previous level was right here. It wants to indicate again. Boom. That's where it want to go. So I'm hoping, like I told you, where this red candle is, where it broke this lower level right here, it broke this where you see where this green is right there, where it broke that lower level, that this green it broke past here, this green candle, and this red candle broke past this level I got marked right here. I'm hoping that's just liquidity. But guess what? We ain't gonna know because that was Friday. Friday, like it ran up after it indicated and then it corrected. And everybody was like, what happened? I'm like, on the higher time frame, it's acting like it's about to consolidate and correct. But it didn't the ass didn't really fall out because you could tell in that last candle it got bought up. It started out low or whatever, but then it got bought up. So I think that if I'm not, I think that's more of like a if it's red and it got a tail, it's a bullish like the bulls was fighting back more, right? So right there lets me know on Friday that was probably more of a liquidity grab than anything. It did break it, but it wasn't a real break. It was like one of the fake out breaks. Maybe we gonna see tomorrow. That's what I'm curious about seeing tomorrow. Is seeing it. Hold on, I gotta answer text message. I've been getting blown up. Ooh, mm, yes, Lord. So yeah, that's where we at, man. That's what I'm looking at, bro. Like I'm looking at all this and shit and saying, okay, previously, let's see where previously shit was going. We know right here that this was an indication. This right here, where I put this over this green candle, that was like the indication from this level right here. This level right here, where I got this arrow pointing, this motherfucking indicated. Ha yeah. Okay, got up here. It kind of sold just a little bit, wicked out. Motherfucker came up. Hi-ya, another hour. Hi-ya, that motherfucker just start going crazy. You hear me? So it's not really under this level. It's not like no crazy pushes. It's like once it get here to this level, it's not really trying to go below this level for real. Like it'll go, but it's not really a push. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just don't believe below this level they didn't want to really sell anything. It's not really trying to like get crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is below this level. It is below this level bearish. Like if you go back, you can see where price did push down previously below this level. It's bearish for sure. Below this level, it is bearish like a motherfucker. But I just don't think it's gonna sell off. Cause it is just the tip. You know what I'm saying? Like right here previously before. Look what happened a long time ago when it was just a tip. All that motherfucker said, yup. But it didn't previous break another level though. Huh. I don't know, Jack. I guess we're gonna see how tomorrow when Asian session kick in, how it play out. That's the only thing we can really wait on. Well, that's my thoughts on that. But gold is bullish still. And again, I don't think I think it's not going I think it's just like a little liquidity grab, a little cash grab because gold is bullish overall. You know what I'm saying? Is is my phone ringing? I call Cub back. That shit bullish overall, bro. Like overall, this whole is. Hold on, let me reset the chart. That whole bullish overall, Jack. This ain't got a little indication. Yeah, okay, boom. But that, yeah, yeah. Higher high, yeah, that. Higher low, yeah, that. Higher high, yeah, that. Higher low, higher high, up. You know what I'm saying? But on the higher time frame, what is it telling you? It is bullish on the higher time frame. It's not breaking no levels, nigga. That's what I'm saying, cuss. That's what I'm thinking. It just is what it is. But then again, like I said, this is the overthinking part, bro. This is when I need somebody to be like, that's a seasoned veteran. Mind you, I'm new. I only been really trading since October. Cause I watch side shit. I've been cracking their ass though. I've been getting to that chicken though with Gourmet. I'm still learning and learning nuances. But this is when you need one of them like side bro to be right here. Be like, yeah, man, don't even worry about this shit. I'm like, oh, I bet. But again, do the surgery, nigga. What is it showing us? I think it's still bullish. That shit could be. This is just a little small wick. It wicked out. It didn't really, you feel me, close under. It did. It did try and be like, we got a little power. This little wick was just like when it broke this. We got a little power, but I think, yeah, what I think. Hear me. I think this motherfucker grab some juice. Some motherfucker hit this level and then take the fuck off. You hear me? That's what I'm thinking. So that's my analysis on that. You hear me? Let's see what silver got going. Boom. I like silver. Silver gets shit shaking. You gotta have some chicken to fuck with that silver though. You hear me? Silver, you catch them trends. Oh yeah. I got one thing to do. Let me get back to gold real quick. Yeah, let me get on that. Booty butt cheeks. Booty butt cheeks. Booty butt. We're gonna come back to this, watch, cause we're going to come back to this. And this is ooh, maybe I need to move this down. I didn't know it was right there. Hold on, big baby. Uh-huh. Yeah. Big Daddy shake you. So yeah, we need that. Once it crack this level, hey, let's change the color though. Big Daddy see you. Yeah. 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 So yeah, so we got our little entry right here. Once that motherfucker, cause it's gonna have to build up. Once it get past her, that's how you make your little money on. But let's go to the hour real quick. Let's dig in. We're going to at least make us a take profit. We really don't have the low yet because it ain't really built that low because it's gonna build up because it's not gonna go straight up. So we're gonna let it. It's probably gonna build a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And as it builds, it's gonna give us our take profits. I mean our stop losses. So I'm hoping it probably just like it'll do it'll build us some higher lows while it's in Asia and London. So I'm gonna just take it right here. And so what I'm gonna also do too, this is just gonna be take profit for now. What I'm gonna also do is if it breaks this level and it's going bullish, like if it's building higher highs, higher lows, and it breaks that level, I'm going to see what it's looking like overall and just scale in. And scaling in basically is just adding more positions. I'm gonna add more positions and then take profit from like this. Or I could just extend my take profit. Right now, this is a 2.717, but I don't have a higher low right now. If I drug this back down here, as we know that it can tap that, it's only 0.78. But I'm gonna wait again until I get me a higher low. When I get me a higher low, then I drag my stop loss. But I just wanted to kind of set that up and just to have my eyes on there. Um, yeah, that's where we was going with that. Oh yeah, yeah, let me put this down here real quick. Yeah, baby, yeah, yeah. A Peter Piper picked a pepper. Yeah, damn, baby, yeah. I like this color though. Hold on now. I might go back get that Kelly Green on that whole. You hear me? Yeah, we gonna delete that joint. Peter Piper picked a pepper. We could do a P&L chart just to see how much money we make, but we ain't even going there yet. So let's go silver. Silver on the daily. Let's see what it's hollering. That shit is hella overbought. Silver been cracking their ass. Look. Oh my goodness. Ah! All right. So on the daily, we got an indication. Silver about to correct though for sure. Look at it. It just indicated on the daily. Real quick for y'all. Indication. Yes, sir. So indicated. Actually, hold on. So yeah, this shit. Oh my goodness. So it indicated on the daily. So you can expect a correction. This is just a daily markup, right? So we know that. Oh shit. We know that daily. That daily powerful. So we got an indication. We got that higher low. Stop loss down now. Get it. We don't want that bitch to break this level. We break if it breaks this level. What is it, y'all? Bearish. So it's gonna slide down. So what I'm looking at is this. How stagnant it is. Sideways action. That motherfucker said, "Hey, we're about to correct, buddy." But I don't know because it just made a little baby indication. But that really wasn't shit though. That's what be fucking me up. But you know what we can do, G? We can go here. I'm gonna keep this on here for now. Nah, we're gonna delete it. But We're gonna go to 4 hour. All right, bet. So this is the area that we was seeing on that daily right here, where it was kind of stagnant. This that indication over there, that green, it's an indication. But this is that little area where it was kind of stagnant right there. And I'm like, damn, it's probably finna correct. Yeah, it ain't really doing too much of anything, right? It's not. It's really kind of like trading sideways. Normally, like I said in his videos, when it trades sideways or price starting to stall, it's going to correct whatever way it is. Whatever way it's if it's on an uptrend, it's going to correct going downward, and then it's gonna get into a continuation and come back up if it doesn't break any previous levels, right? Uh, if it's on a downtrend, it's gonna correct upwards and then continuation down, right? So right here we can't see that. I mean, I guess you could say it broke a level, maybe. I don't know because some of these can be tricky. It just depends on how you look at it. That could be a level. So indication, correction, continuation. That continuation, what is that? Another indication. Indication, right? Correction, continuation. It made a higher high. I think this bitch gonna keep rolling. The only thing is, right? This is always the one that throws me off. Is this a liquidity grab, my guy? Where it kind of just broke it a little bit? Or is it an actual break of structure? Because it can dip down here, even though it does break it a little bit. It just tells you, hey, ooh, we a little strong down here, but then the buyers bought that bitch up. It was a little indecisive in that little bullish candle and you know what I'm saying? So we probably had to go into a lower time frame and see what's cracking. We could do that. So I think it's still bullish, especially since the holidays coming around. You know all that New Year coming in, inflation, niggas scared of inflation and shit. All that other shit got going on. The bad job reports coming out. Come on now, let's go, big baby. Bada bing. So yeah, here we go. That's that initial indication from the daily, right? That's that indication from the daily. And then we got that sideways trading we was hollering. Yeah. Who texts me? All right. So we got that indication. We got that correction. So we know right here, price, even here, bro, like we know price really ain't trying to like it's gonna have some wickers for sure. Shit gonna touch, but it ain't really gonna break for real. So as we see, price really like not trying to go below this bitch. On my mama, like, sellers could push it down a little bit. It's not gonna be perfect. It's a chart, nigga. You feel me? So it's not gonna be perfect. So indication, correction, continuation. All right, got you a little money on right there. You feel me? Indication. You want that shit to repeat too. Indication, correction, continuation. It's gonna repeat. That indication is a continuation too. But correction, continuation makes high low. This equal high. Trouble, trouble. Equal high. Trouble, trouble. Higher low. Lower high. Told you trouble, trouble. Because equal high. Lower low. But this is where we say it's not respecting structure. Cause it's like it don't know what it want to do. It's bipolar right now. So then lower high, higher low, higher high, or higher low, higher high. Right? So this is why I say like I didn't know because it was trading sideways, it was consolidating. So until it break a like specific area, Sunday we gonna kind of know what's going on. So at this very moment, as I mark this chart up, only thing I can really do right now is mark this. I'm marking this right here, y'all. Where my crosshairs is, I'm marking this indication. Indication is marked, like where the indication came from, right? This the indication. Now right here, it's kind of tricky to me because this don't really look like a low. It do, but it don't. It's like almost consolidated a little bit. It really wasn't doing shit. Didn't really. I guess this is the correction. It could be. I guess you could call it. It is a level. But what happens on Sunday? I just don't trust that motherfucker that much, right? Because right here it bounced off. It would bounce off. Come up. Yeah, I don't know about this one. That is an indication though. So I don't know if you consider that one or even this one. Like, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. But what I do know is this. This bitch right here broke that motherfucker. That shit went crazy. Huh. All right, whatever. Hmm. I guess we can call it that. I guess we'll just see how it play out tomorrow. So what we're gonna do now is gonna dig into a little entry. I'm not entering nothing. I'm just marking all this shit up just to see how it plays out come Sunday into Monday. Cause Monday about 8 o'clock I wake up and I do 8:30, 8:45 I do my markups. See how everything going, and then we go from there. So this is the level we're looking at. Let's see what it do. Um, that's the level we want. 15-minute markers showing us that it is building higher highs and higher lows. High, higher low. This shit is an equal high though. So yeah, truck. Remember, you see these equal highs basically. Although it's not, but it kind of is. Trouble, trouble. It's gonna go the opposite way. You feel me? Because we know that niggas is here pushing price up. They like, nah, we ain't letting y'all go down. So it shoots up, and then it made a higher low. Boom, boom. Then a lower high. This is when the haters arise. But then like I said, correction. So yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff going on, big baby. So let's dial into that 5 minute real quick. That 5 minutes gonna show us really what's going on. Falls off. Ah, 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 and then he does all this other shit. So we hoping that right now, anything above this level, we gonna shake it out. It's gonna bounce right back up. But if it breaks below, it might do the Dougie, whatever. So we about to just throw this out here on the 5 minute. Quick little entry, take profit, all that. We're gonna pull it up to the just the last high we had. We're gonna match it, even though it needs to make a higher high. We just gonna do that. Since I got a low right here, it ain't made its low yet. It's new higher low, but I'm hoping that it doesn't go no lower than this. But I'm just gonna pull it down here just to see. I'm gonna reset the chart and let's just see what it play out. What's the risk reward? It's only 1.5, but hopefully this stops here and it could really be this 1.8. But until then, it's gonna be there, and that's what we want to take profit. So that's what we looking like. Those are the charts that I am. That's what I charted. I really only trade one or two things, but I like to get my eye on shit just to kind of like I like to get my eyes on things just to kind of like have an idea what's going on. But I really only trade two things. But I want to like I gotta look around at the charts. I like to see how things trade. Look, that motherfucker was all wrong. But actually, no, it wasn't. You know why? Because I would mark that shit up on a daily. I said, if this motherfucker break these bitches down here, break these lows, nigga, if it breaks this low, But guess what it did? It damn near broke. I guess you could say it's a higher high, but look at it. Yeah, you see what I'm looking at? Indication, correction, right here, continuation. Hey, but it depends, man. I don't know. We just got to see what the damn what tomorrow doing. Cut all these alerts out too. Delete these bitches. Nope. Let me delete these out like yeah. Yeah. So that's what we looking like on this. I don't know yet. Me personally, I think this could be one of those wick things where it kind of just wicked a little bit, but it's finna go back down because this is equal highs basically. It's going to go down. Honestly, it is. I really believe that. So it's indication, correction. This right here will make a motherfucker a lot of money because you got this indication, correction, and it's about to start that trend. The trend changed really when it made this indication. So I'm hoping tomorrow it kind of just start working its way down. Cause look, again, you see how this is building them lower lows and lower highs and lower lows, but then this is the correction. It only went up here and it wicked out. So my analysis is, oh, I really do think my analysis do be right on all this shit, bro. Like, thanks to Trades by Side, bro. All them videos and that oops, I traded again, woman. Like them two niggas, even though they she taught size price action trading, which everybody been using it before, but they just made it easy. You know what I'm saying? She made it more easier too, honestly. But thanks to that, like I can see this shit like a motherfucker, right? But if you're looking at it, maybe just wicked out because it could be equal highs right here, equal high, and now, bruh, we know where price went bearish is where it broke that higher low. Cause I mean that higher low. So you could say this on this 4 hour, but I really don't see that. They loud as fuck over there. I really say it's this. On the 4 hour, you could say that. But we're gonna go and mark up on the 1 hour. That's the intraday shit. Alright. So on that overall, this is the basically what it's like on a daily, right? This it's that whole push. This is news though, so I doubt we're gonna be able to really get that shit cracking, but we could. It could be some news this week to help it push along, cause honestly, that's what it's been feeling like a lot of manipulation lately, right? So it indicated and then it corrected. It indicated and it corrected. It indicated and it corrected. So now we need to see at what level is this shit bearish. On the 1 hour, this right here. On that 1 hour, our previous levels that's marked. I'm gonna push it all the way back there. So we know how this shit work. Shit like charts like to like repeat itself because it's algorithms and people like previous positions where they knew price was at, they do shit like that. That's why you see a lot of this shit. If you go back, look at all this shit. Like below this level, this shit really bearish. And it's strongly bearish too. So that's a good thing. So it's gonna work its way down. But right now, this is what's ugly. You got all these ugly little wicks on there. So you could say it made a indicated. But now we just gotta figure out, see how tomorrow and stuff play out. But once it get below this level, everything is pretty much fair game for real. This is really it. Once it's below this level, bro, it's fair game. I just drew this out so y'all can see it. I'm about to push this in a little bit. It's really fair game under this level. So price needs to break on this 1 hour. Price needs to break this level. And then from that level, it needs to break this level. And it just got to keep. But we really need this mug to kind of indicate for real. Because we see price, even right here, man. Like, I'm going to draw this bitch too so I can kind of see and remember. Like, it's sellers right here. You know what I'm saying? It finally got up here. Let me see what it did right here. Yeah, price kind of always styles right because look what it did right on this far end right here. So we know it's sellers up here. It's bullish above this level, right? It's made it up here, but then it got pushed back down. So we know really below this, really below all of this is bearish for real. This top level, but really below here, this mug is really bearish. Just pushing shit down over here. You can really make some choke. So we want this shit to break this level. These are the levels we need this bitch to break. That motherfucker break this. You feel me? This shit good. Everything good. All is well. So that's what I'm hoping, cuz. Break this one first. Give me a little indication or something. Once I get an indication, give me this little indication. Pull back. Continuation. Bam. And we gonna just work this bitch all the way out. That's how I'm looking at it. we gonna work it out. we gonna work it out. So that's where we at. I'm hoping that I can really take this bitch to the next level, bro. I promise you. I know I will. I know I will. So that's how we coming. That is how the fuck we come here, man. I'm thirsty as hell. Mm-hmm. I was smacking shit. Earlier, like in October, cause I was going hard. I was taking hella too many trades for real. I was smacking their ass, but I was just wasting days because I was sitting in front of my computer. When you should really, if you understand the trend, trust the trend, dog. You really ain't even gotta like sit in front of your shit. Just set alerts, my nigga, and go do shit. That was the issue. Too worried about losing some chicken, and it's like, nigga, you gonna lose money if you lose money. You gonna go in the drawdown. You going to drawdown. But yeah, it's just part of the game. But if you chart right, you mark up right, and you in the right if you in the right market, you cannot fail, cuz. You just can't. Unless bruh just do some crazy stuff out there, bruh. Like you just can't fail. It's just not happening. Can't. But yeah, man, I'm finna get off here. I gotta take a shower, bro. I've been on here an hour and 8 minutes. Ooh, Lord. Hour 8 minutes. It's easy to kind of get rolling on her too, bro. Real talk. Tomorrow I'm doing some music reviews, bro. I finally got my OBS fixed. Um, I got this junk fixed because I had like to fix my computer. I had some shit going on with my computer, so I fixed it. And the OBS and the camera, the drivers was out of date. I couldn't link it to my OBS, so it was hard for me to do anything. So yeah, we back cracking. It's always something. But then life too. You got things. You got stuff. So stuff happen, bro. Man. All right, man. Let's get out of this shit. Let's see. Let's see if I can find something else going. What's on YouTube? I really want to get off. I got a couple things we can do. Yeah, we on. Oh shit. No, nigga. See, I told you I be watching Cuz videos. He got some good shit on there. Oh shit, hold on. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta fix this shit. Hold on. Let me fix this out real quick. Yeah.
colors, it means
Let me make sure this shit playing on here.
that the indicator is detecting a new trend
Hell
change.
yeah.
All I need to do
Netflix making news this week with a new documentary featuring never before seen video of Sean Diddy Combs in moments that he clearly viewed as secret, including a high stakes call with his lawyer just days before his now infamous arrest, plus Diddy reacting in real time as new lawsuits dropped against him. Combs has publicly objected that he says the videos were, quote, stolen.
I want to have a life to be able to live. You know, it's really going to be hard for me to take more hits than I take it. God forbid, get in front of a jury and have a chance. And so I'm having this emergency call because something has to give. I've listened. I've been a superb client, as you said. I jumped on the plane. I'm coming to New York, but I'm just running around waiting for a shoe to drop.
These new videos contribute to a critical portrait of Diddy in the documentary, which we can report tonight has now jumped to #1 for Netflix shows in the U.S. since debuting this week.
Bro, 50 Cent is cold, bro. First of all, gang, you got to hate a nigga a lot, bro, to make a documentary about the nigga. Then I don't know how true this is, but they say you can like watch like I think ABC or he did an interview on ABC or NBC or something like that, and they can watch that in prison. Oh man, it's all bad with anybody.
Week.
I gotta
Sean
watch
Combs'
documentary tomorrow
Reckoning
though.
tackles Diddy's entire life, including previous legal controversies, the recent trial, which saw him acquitted on the most serious charges, including RICO, but convicted
Look at his
for
face.
prostitution crimes that landed him in prison for about 2 more years. Diddy's team is also rebutting this project as a, quote, shameful hit piece. They note the obtained footage was not authorized for release. Netflix says they legally obtained the videos. In addition, tonight, another dynamic here is that another famous rapper is, of course, behind this film, 50 Cent,
Damn.
who has long publicly clashed with Diddy and has recently expanded into a wide range of film and TV projects. He has plenty to say about Combs' record. The rapper, actor, and producer joins me now. He's sold over
Damn.
30 million albums, won all kinds of awards and accolades along the way, and is now a successful film and TV producer. And we're also joined by his colleague on the project, Alexandria Stapleton, an Emmy-winning showrunner and director of this series. Welcome to both of you.
Damn.
Oh, man, thanks for having us.
Always great to have a 50-day.
Yeah, it's always going to be good. Great for ratings.
There we go. It's an important project, clearly. The question for both of you, 50 first, why this project, why now?
Ooh.
Well, we waited until after the results of the trial to release the project, but I started like almost 5 months before I was able to find Alex, and finding an Emmy Award-winning showrunner and director is detrimental to the project being.
Man, I would hate to have Cuz as an enemy because he just don't give up, bro. And then he was pumping this for a long time. Did he do it? It was crazy. This man here, he a genius though, marketing genius.
Really well put together, so they should expect it to perform like Reggie Jackson's did.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the why it's coming out now is we wanted to wait, to get through all of the legal proceedings, the criminal trial, and it spans it's 4 parts, and it spans over 30 years of pop culture, his life. So it took some time, to say the least, to put all of this together.
It's an important story, and you could just tell it with all the public material. Mm-hmm. You go further. You've gotten your hands on some extra new material people are going to see for the first time, including this video. Any journalist would want to know how you got.
I feel bad for this man, kids, bro. Because they got to watch this again, bro. Like, okay, the trial just happened, and then they turn around, drop a bombshell. Bruh, first of all, hold on. My bad, y'all.
Got it, but it is Sean Diddy Combs in the heat of this, right before the arrest for the trial we just discussed, in private moments, talking to his lawyer, cameras running. Let's take a look.
It's the middle of September and there's still no indictment.
No, bro. Then you have to have a spokesman. You have to have some sort of comms to constantly be pushing that, Mark. Because you may just be a person that just does. You just may watch CNN. So you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the possible jurors are thinking. It could be somebody that has dealt in the dirtiest dirty business of media and propaganda.
50, how'd you get it, and what
Look
does
at
that
him. He
scene
cheesing
show?
like a mug.
Well, I mean, you know, you're a journalist, Harvey. Harvey, you would not describe.
Look at Cub face, Cub. Oh, this man crazy, dog. You know what he did. Open up that purse. That coinage pack. The bag. The backpack. That's what he did. You already know what he did, cuz. You know what he did.
It was just sausage.
We
but,
usually don't.
yeah, but I got it. Yeah.
What he said.
You hear me?
What do you
What
think
he
it conveys?
said. We ain't
Because
telling
see
shit.
someone trying to pull the strings.
Run tell that.
And talking about, he would say affecting, others would say manipulating the public views of the allegations.
I think that, you know, one big theme of the series is to go behind the scenes to really understand how brilliant you could say Sean Combs is at marketing, at owning his narrative, controlling the narrative at all times. And so why would that stop, you know, when his life is on the line? So I think that, you know, on its face, that's what it is. But as you get deeper in the film, you start to realize, you know, perhaps how some of these tactics, you know, how they really came to present themselves, you know, during the trial.
You show that, his abilities, his early rise. Alexandra, you also give time to victims of the alleged abuse. Some of the cases are in different procedural postures. And you show
Damn. Oh.
For these alleged victims
Fuck
to come
my shit up.
forward, give their truth, put
Oh,
context to
shit,
their
I unlocked
situations when
I done fucked something up.
so much of it was ripped out, you know, and we just went, the world was going for the salacious headlines, and they really had the time to tell their story.
Yeah, and the film takes us way behind the PR or propaganda machine. You see Diddy the day he's finding out about new suits against him while he's in New York preparing for a possible criminal arrest. This is another moment from the video that 50 said he won't tell us where he got it.
No.
But it's a rare window into his thinking. I can say, just like Nixon didn't think the Watergate tapes would come out against him, it would appear that Diddy did not think he would lose control of this video as he talks about an accuser. Take a look.
There's a
Bruh.
beast in the financial world.
I gotta watch the documentary tomorrow now.
And it's not the bull.
That boy Diddy knew.
I don't know what level of brokenness, disease is going on. God told me to do nothing, so I gotta do what God told me to do. And when I'm going to do it.
You know what he talking about, G. We know what he talking about, G. God told him to do nothing and he want to do what he got to do, but he can't because God told him what he can't do. You know what he talking about, cuz. Come on. Put your thinking cap on.
The girl that's in my group that was on my last album. You're on my last album now. All of a sudden, I'm this person. I'm this monster. That, man. Gloves coming off.
Alexandria, what does this show in the story you're telling?
Hold on, who was recording
Well,
this man?
this
Hold on.
is a moment where
Pause, G. It'll show you who recording. Bro, talking about the gloves coming off.
My last album, now all of a sudden I'm this person,
Oh, we got him blurred out.
I'm this monster.
That's a white hand with a Nikon.
That, man. Gloves coming off.
He doing all that
Alexandria,
popping in
what is-
front of
what
a
is this
camera.
show in the story you're telling?
well, this is a moment where the lawsuits, I would say, take a turn and they become very personal for him. Don Richard is one of the alleged victims who filed a lawsuit, and I think that this is a moment where he was nicked. You know, his armor was nicked, I guess you could say.
Look at him.
Because I think
Ugly.
Sean Combs is a person who probably feels like, to step to him, especially legally, takes a lot of courage that I don't think.
Bruh, this dude 50 cannot keep his composure. He keep cheesing. Oh, he already know, bruh. He wanna talk so much.
He really assumed that a lot of people were going to have, even though the Cassie, lawsuit had already been out. And so I think he was a little off balance, but that quickly turned to anger.
And 50, the project, I've seen all 4 episodes, it doesn't feel like a personality critique. It feels like it goes to the conduct, the alleged abuse, some of it alleged, some of it proven. And so you also show, one person who worked with Diddy, this was a Bad Boy co-founder who had a falling out with him, as apparently many people did. And it goes beyond the bravado. Some would say, 50, you have some bravado, and that's okay. Here, it seems that it turns into something more sinister and abusive. I want to play Mr. Burroughs talking about it and get your
Damn,
view
they
of
got
why
this
was
on the
an important
news,
part of the
bruh.
story. Take a look.
He had this thing with strongmen, and he had a thing with wanting to be one, but not positioned to be one streetwise, but positioned to be one industry-wise. And they call that a paper gangster.
No, I'm not paying, nor am I involved in any of that.
And so as he's paper gangstering, he's also trying to street gangster.
Yeah. Kurt Burroughs has a lot of insight. And, this documentary is about people being able to tell their truth or tell their version of the story. And the only thing, I wish we were able to have Diddy be in the doc. So he could have said some things that, make people understand why people are saying these things about him.
The outreach went to his team, and they gave denials, but he didn't want to participate.
Yeah.
What do you think of the psychology, 50? Because in getting to know you, I've learned that you could have been a full-time psychologist and done very well with that. You have a keen eye for people. Fair?
Oh, yeah, I try.
Mr. Burroughs makes the argument that Diddy was overcompensating, that he wasn't initially actually a tough guy.
Right.
And then there's the old saying, be careful who you pretend to be, you might become them.
This is true.
Did that happen to him in your view?
I'm not sure if that's what transpired, but because I don't know him to be tough. Like we haven't even had problems. Like me and him. Like our issue, they'll say we had beef for 20 years, but I have hired both of his sons for different projects that I worked on, like both 2 different television shows, Quincy and Justin. So
I'm about the kids into it. Boy, this nigga cold.
have that energy towards him, like where we trying to hurt each other. All I would, like, while other people pointed out those situations, like that he was dangerous like that, I said, oh, okay. I take it in, but we never got there.
Alexandria, the story also broadens well beyond the recent case. You look at a very controversial incident he was involved in early in his life, where people were badly hurt and killed, lost their life, but it was like a melee, not one-on-one violence. You look at the infamous case in the nightclub with J-Lo, where another artist, Shine, took the rap, not him. Are you trying to tell a story that he's been getting away with things this whole time, or is that up to the viewer to
Do
decide?
that shit catch up with you.
Absolutely up to the viewer. I think that my job was to show patterns, you know, and my job was to report the facts and things that happened. And I think that it's pretty obvious that there are patterns that follow him, trails, you know, of destruction and
Chat, we gonna look at this shit, man. I swear to God, hey, you hear me? We gon' watch the Diddy thing. You hear me? The whole little Netflix series. We gonna watch it. Cause I don't really understand, bruh. Like, how they let this nigga go this far without clipping his ass or something? You let this I don't even want to get into all the crazy shit that he had going on. But you let this crazy nigga do what he did. Boy, stop.
you know, devastation that
I'm
follow.
trying to tell you.
And I think that, again, context is everything. And so when you're talking about Sean Combs, when you're talking about these cases, you can't just cherry pick one to make it all make sense. You have to look at the piece as a whole.
Yeah. Now we have to talk about Tupac, which I wasn't committed to, but then I watched the doc. So
Didn't know you were getting that.
You have a lot of people saying stuff in there that makes it sound like maybe he was responsible for that murder, which has never been proven. That's a very serious thing.
But you have Keefe D over in Vegas now, getting ready to go on trial for that case, saying those things.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with his trial. I think right now it's up for August of 2026, and so it'll be very interesting. It was fascinating, though, to unearth, you know, different people that are not in the direct line of, you know, when all the Keefe news came out. Someone like Kirk Burroughs, you know, you get to understand more of his opinion about what was going down. But I think more than just the actual murders and the tragic deaths of both Tupac and Biggie, I think that for us it was really important to understand some of the dynamics of those three, Sean Combs, Biggie, and Tupac, and what was really going on behind the scenes. That often
Was
gets
that
lifted
Redman?
because everyone just wants to talk about. Really
That look like
important
Redman.
to understand some of the
I think that is. It look like Redman a little bit.
the dynamics of
I think that is Redman.
those three, Sean Combs, Biggie, and Tupac, and what was really going on behind the scenes. That often gets lifted because everyone just wants to talk about, you know, the murder, you know, and not to really digest why.
But do you think a viewer's left with the impression that he was responsible?
I think
She better give a politically correct answer.
that that's really up to the court system and not
Told you.
to me or the film. We're just presenting, you know, things that have been reported on, have been said by Keefe D, you know, himself repeatedly, and you know, the LAPD.
Show some love, brother love.
Go on.
This nigga is hey, you hear me? Brother, you're a lunatic. And I love it.
No, I'm just saying what Keefe was saying.
What he was saying, yeah. And yeah, you're speaking about a key person who some people would say, oh, that's strong evidence. Other people would say, when you get into years later and people with various agendas, you don't know. You have a juror in here. What did that show us about this case? Because there is a tension within all this. It's no stranger to many people that the justice system fails in all sorts of ways. You show how it failed survivors and Cassie, clearly. At the same time, he beat the case in New York. I remember the day it happened, and I looked at 50's Instagram for Diddy News, as so many Americans do. And in all fairness, 50 said, okay, he beat a big part of the case, right? You said. Many people think that was an unjust outcome, but when talking to the jurors, what did you find? Because the film looks at all of this horror, but then finds that a jury of his peers in New York, ultimately in this era, said the government did not prove the whole RICO case.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really complicated. And I think that to break down what went right and what maybe went left or wrong in that trial is that's a whole other documentary. But I think that, we have two jurors, two very different types of New Yorkers, that were interviewed in the film. And I think that when you talk to them, I mean, it was very clear to me that they stood behind that decision. They stood behind it 1,000%. Because they felt that based on the charges that were presented by the federal government, and that they could not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Sean Combs was guilty of, RICO.
Yeah. That they overcharged.
That they overcharged. I think that when you get into the, I don't know if our laws or our legal system are the best when it comes to the gray matter of sexual assault.
They had tanks out in front of his house. Like they made a bigger, more extreme approach to the investigation.
So you think the government did basically mishandle what was still strong evidence?
They did overdo it.
They overdid it.
They did great. He beat the case. To me, that what he was charged with, that's a victory. Like that, to end up with 50 months when you had when your life on the line is a victory. But to be the only person that's incarcerated for hiring and transporting male prostitutes is different.
Yeah, life on the line, also a 50 lyric.
Yeah.
This nigga crazy.
It is. When he comes out, and it's not that long from now, he re-enters this world. He's got a stack of civil cases that could bankrupt even the wealthiest people, and you give voice to some of those accusers and individuals. What do you think the future should hold for Diddy? Should he be, sort of re-embraced or not?
I don't know if he. I don't know why he didn't file bankruptcy. Like it would have indicated to the sharks that even if you see blood in the water, there's not that much blood, right? Because the lawyers, they came with so many lawsuits. It's like 80 different civil suits. So.
It's over 100 now.
Yeah, he'll be. That is going to exhaust him. The legal process will exhaust him.
I think he also underestimated that a lot. I mean, with every celebrity, you do have different claims, and some are completely unfounded. But I think that some of these lawsuits, there's receipts, and there's footage, and there's voice recordings, and I think that for a man, it's also very interesting. For the culture of hip hop, so many artists record themselves. And they probably, when they were, recording themselves in 2005, never saw the year 2025 and how accessible that media would be to actually make a case for things. And I think that's a big part of the gumbo of Sean Combs and what he's dealing with.
Thanks to both of you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. I'm done with this shit.